We'd like to welcome everyone to today's presentation on personal credit, brought to you by Credit DMS, the premier credit development and restoration company. My name is Michael Stinson. I'm the GM here at Credit DMS, and I'm here with our VP of Channel Development, Mr. Brad Lewis.
How are you doing?
Today we're going to talk about personal credit, how it affects you, how it works, and how we can help offer a solution for you if you're looking to improve your personal credit. So without further ado, let's jump in. A little bit about Credit DMS. We are a one-stop service provider, and we eliminate and remove negative reporting items from your credit report, statistically between 40 and 60%. We also help you build and establish new positive reporting credit that will immediately boost your credit scores in as quickly as 90 days. And more importantly, we deliver real results. Our specialty is working with people to help them get access to approvals for loans and for money. And most of our clients will see an improvement of over 60 to 120 points within 4 to 6 months.
So let's discuss who our typical clients are. Traditionally, we work with anyone who is serious about improving their credit. These are clients who are able to understand that our tactics are actually proven through history. So it's best if those who are working with us are open to being coached and learning the protocol that we'll instruct them on. Also, anyone who has negative items on their credit report that may be over 14 months old would constitute as an ideal candidate for a Credit DMS customer.
So let's talk a little bit about what we can do and what we don't do. Well, anything that's hurting your credit in a negative way can be potentially removed based on how it was reported. This includes items like bankruptcies, inquiries, late payments, collections, charge-offs, foreclosures. The list goes on and on. So we're going to go and we're going to look at your credit report and see which of these things are hurting you to see what we can help you eliminate. More importantly, we'll help you build new credit the right way the first time so that you can have a robust and powerful credit score.
So let's discuss what personal credit consists of. What is personal credit? Well, it's the product of a rating system that basically assigns a number that identifies your credit worthiness to banks, lenders, landlords, etc. Simply, the higher the score, the more marketable you are to those potential lenders. On the adverse, the lower your score, the higher a risk you represent. So your score is generated mathematically, and it's based on a formula in computer calculations. These scores are also known as your Fair-Isaac score or your FICO.
So there are multiple kinds of personal credit. Credit exists in different forms. The two primary forms of credit you're familiar with and that you're going to be working with are installment credit. These are things like bank loans and auto loans. Basically, you've bought something for a large amount of money and you're making small monthly payments on. The other is what's called revolving, which is things like credit cards and store value cards. Basically, these are cards that you have a balance on, that you pay down, and then you pay off every month.
Some of the life items that you can benefit from by having good credit are listed here. But to highlight a few, obviously buying a home or purchasing a vehicle, even qualifying for an automobile lease. Getting a good line of credit is important, and in order to obtain that low interest rate, you'll need a good, strong credit report. Also, applying for and being approved for student loans, and believe it or not, even a good auto or life insurance policy.
So, the best thing we can do for you is help you to distinguish between fact and fiction. There's a lot of misrepresentation about credit. Some people think credit restoration is illegal. This is false. Although the bureaus would like you to think so, the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives you the ability to challenge anything on your credit profile that is reporting adversely if it was done improperly. Also, there's other companies in the space, in our business, that will guarantee a promise to remove all your negative items or specific items. These are scams. No one can make these claims because they don't control the outcome. So just be aware as you go out and you're doing your due diligence. Clearing the air about these misconceptions is important. The reality in credit is there is no magic bullet. It takes work and time, patience and persistence, and more than anything, a ton of expertise, which luckily for you, we have.
That's right. Now let's also discuss just a little bit the definition of a personal guarantor, because this is a common phrase in the industry. Basically, a personal guarantor is an individual who vouches for the credit or the money or the capital which is borrowed. That's an individual, and it must be an individual that the bank can hold accountable for that particular credit which is extended. Credit DMS works to develop strength in your personal guarantor file, which will help position you to be approved.
So, just quickly, there are 3 major credit bureaus. Although there are different credit reporting agencies out there, the 3 that you're concerned with are TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Along those lines, understanding how business and personal credit work together are important. So if you own a business, this is your time to listen in. Personal credit and business credit for a business owner are like the wings of a plane. While you may have one, you may be able to go somewhere, you will not be able to fly unless both are balanced. Having good personal and business credit profiles position you to be successful in dealing with lending institutions. The banks will require you to have a strong personal credit profile if they're going to approve you for a business line. Don't worry if you have bad personal credit. That's what we're here for. There is a solution. We can help.
So let's offer a little bit of free advice, particularly on the topic of personal credit. With regard to keeping your credit balances at a certain level, it's ideal to have your balance to limit ratio, in other words, the total amount you owe on a line versus the total amount that was extended to you when you were first approved for the line. You'd like to keep that percentage below 30%. This will drastically improve your FICO score and basically make you more bankable. Also, you'll never want to close old credit lines or credit accounts that are in good standing. Traditionally, the longer history you have with other banks and the better history you have, the more amenable you are to being approved for new credit. Remember that credit you don't use doesn't count towards your FICO score. So if you have a particular credit line that you just keep either in the back of a drawer and you're not actually revolving the credit on that particular line, well, that credit isn't actually building on your FICO score. Lastly, you certainly don't want to over-apply for credit. You don't want to have too many inquiries on your credit report, as this will greatly harm your chances of approval.
So, the best advice that we can give you is to be proactive. Unfortunately, most people don't think about credit until they need it and when they don't qualify for something. So when you're going to apply for that home loan, or you're going to apply for that auto loan, or if you own a business, you're applying for your business line. It's like being sick and waiting to see a doctor. It does not make sense. Credit is relatively easy to improve and fix. The secret is it takes the right knowledge, and the magic part of that, it takes time. Don't wait. The sooner you get started, the faster you can get results.
So here's why you wouldn't want to attempt this on your own. Many people try to do so, and we'll tell you through expertise and through experience, it sometimes takes even more time to repair the incidental events that would occur when someone tries this without having the experience, such as Credit DMS has in the industry. The great majority of consumers who try this are denied and can in fact permanently and adversely damage their possibility of an item being removed. More than half are due to controllable factors such as the method of verification, for example, or they may have some compliance issues. Generally speaking, the lack of preparation and understanding of the Business Credit Bureau system is what causes most of these denials for particular derogatory items to be removed. Please, trust in the experts in this area. Allow us to do it right the first time.
In 2005, banks were looking to attract new customers. In 2013, banks are looking for reasons to deny credit applications. Everyone knows this. So, the reason to have us, you don't know how to dispute an item properly. Regardless of what you look up on Google or whatever anyone tells you, there is an expertise to this. And also when you're building credit, you don't know what type of credit is best for you and what's going to give you the most point gain and what's going to have the right credit rating. You don't know how to build credit properly. And more often than not, The biggest part of it, you don't know what you don't know. There is no reason you have to go in blind when you can have someone do this for you who has the expertise to do it correctly.
So we ask that you leave nothing to chance. See, if you don't manage the challenges correctly, you can be flagged by the bureaus and ultimately prolong your ability to dispute an item. One simple mistake can make the difference between being approved or denied for your particular application's revolving credit. Don't leave something as important to obtaining financing for buying a home or an automobile, or just generally improving your personal credit to chance.
So why us? What sets Credit DMS apart? Well, first and foremost is our expertise. Our Director of Credit Development has over 10 years of experience in that business. And more important than anything, we focus on complete credit wellness. Just like a doctor would heal you if you were sick, we do that for your credit profile. It's not just eliminating negative items, but equally focusing on building good positive reporting credit, which will dramatically boost the scores, and coaching you on how to use the credit properly so you can maintain that good credit for life. At the end of the day, the truth is good enough.
At Credit DMS, we are America's credit experts. The years of experience in working with credit and understanding the credit development process gives us a unique advantage to help you above all others. We specialize in getting clients qualified for loans. Get someone on your side who wants to help and knows how to help. Get Credit DMS.
So here's what you do next. You want to give us a call and schedule your one-on-one consultation, because we're going to focus on your specific growth needs. If you're trying to buy a home, if you're trying to get a car, if you're trying to get a business line, we're going to give you the credit consulting specifically for your objective. And we'll work with you for up to 12 months, so you have us as a resource for an entire year.
We'd like to thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your attention and attendance to this presentation today. And there are very simple ways to reach out to us. You can either dial us toll-free at 888-261-6575, or simply send us an email to support@creditdms.com. Once again, it's been our pleasure, and we thank you very much for your attendance.
For Brad and Michael, thank you very much, and enjoy your afternoon.